Hi everyone, in today's video we'll be taking a look at the Amazon Fire Stick and see if it's the right choice for your TV. First things first, I don't know what the hell this is. I have never tried this before. I have never used it. I know that it's a media player and I know that you can access a whole bunch of apps like Netflix and whatnot on it. Basically does the same thing as your Apple TV or your Roku, but aside from that, I don't know how this differs. I don't know if this is better, if this is worse. We're gonna jump in and we're gonna take a look at this together for the first time. So let's explore the Fire TV Stick. It comes in 1080 and 4K. Because of where we're going to be setting this up, we decided to go with the 1080, but I'm sure the 4K would just give you better quality. Right off the bat from the box, you can tell that it says with Alexa voice remote, which makes sense because Alexa is Amazon, and then you have your remote there and basically just the HDMI stick that would plug into your TV. Let's jump in and see how this looks and what's inside. Okay, I guess I won't have to use my knife. Okay. Oh, okay. Damn. Okay. Unboxing wise, this is pretty cool. They're actually well out, very cool. It's almost like a book that you open. And so here you have your remote, which actually is going to be probably the biggest thing in this packaging. Here you have your batteries. This is the actual Fire TV Stick. The power supply, I'm assuming for the Fire Stick, because I'm sure this is going to need power supply. Okay, so this is your micro USB to power the Fire Stick. A little extension HDMI for your TV. Let's say it's in a hard to reach place and you need that angle. So that's what's in the box. First of all, your Fire Stick. If I take the plastics off here and take a look. Well, so first thing that I notice is you have your Amazon logo here, you have your power supply right at the bottom, and then you have a bit of information about the type of power supply you need, and then you're gonna have your HDMI output right here at the top. So this is gonna plug right into your TV, and I'm assuming you have to power it up from a micro USB simultaneously. This is your micro USB cable that you'll be plugging into the Fire Stick. And let's take a look at the remote. Oh, thank God they have this little visual on how to change the batteries. I don't think I would have ever figured it out without them. Those AAA batteries, 2 of them. All right. So there's your remote. You got a little Amazon logo at the bottom. Right, so what do you have on the remote itself? You have your power button, your microphone button, your keys up, down, left, and right. You're gonna have your home button, your, I'm assuming here, tabs button, so kind of like an Android device with your notifications and different apps that are open. You're gonna have here your back button, play and forward, reverse, and then you're also gonna have your volume and mute button. Now, let's power this up. We're gonna plug it to the TV and check it out. Okay, so I got the Fire Stick and the remote. Let's take a look at how this goes. I'm gonna plug in the Fire Stick. I'm gonna plug it in using the USB supply cable and brick that it came with. And the reason for that is I actually tried to plug it into my TV's existent USB port and it didn't allow me to. It told me there was insufficient power, so I went ahead and plugged it into the wall. And let's set this up as we go. I've never set these guys up before, so this is the first time. We'll take a look at it together. Nice, Fire Stick, okay. It asks me to press start. We're gonna choose the language. Configure your Fire Stick. Okay. Configuring your Fire Stick. Scanning for networks. Checking for updates. I have an Amazon account. Sure. Right, now that I've successfully connected my account, I'm going to click continue, save Wi-Fi, yes. Use Fire Stick is designed with kids and parents in mind. Enable parent control or disable it. I'm going to go ahead and disable it for now and then add it on later. So I'm opening my sound system because it says it's going to be playing music, and then I'm assuming it's just testing the audio output. So we're going to play next. TV toggle. I'm using a soundbar receiver, so I don't want the TV to change volume. I want the receiver, so I'm going to set it to use a receiver. And in my case, it's a Sharp receiver. So you obviously have like all the brands of receivers out there. Mine is Sharp. Attempt 9 out of 17. Okay. Attempt 14 was a successful one. So finally, it's connected. I'm assuming it's using different types of signal that Sharp uses. So there's maybe 17 of them, and it's using one each time. So I guess I landed on 17. I already have Prime, so I'm gonna connect all that later, and I'll let you guys explore that personally. Choose streaming services. So let's get started. I have Crave, I have Disney Plus. So here, let's download Disney Plus. Let me take also Spotify, and I have Netflix and Prime as well. So I'm assuming that's the setup. The Fire Stick TV is ready to go, and then you're gonna have to log into each account with your, for example, password of your Netflix account. So my Disney Plus is downloading. Let's explore the features in the meanwhile. So this is your home page. You have your apps and your games, and you can toggle all the way through. Now, this little icon here is going to be the cloud icon, which means that this app is not downloaded onto your device. And so in order to access this, you need to download it. But for example, Amazon Music, which is preloaded, you can just straight up click on it and it will access the app. Launch without updating. Now in this case, there's an update to do, but I don't really want to do that. I just wanted to show you that you could access the app straight from here. The homepage is basically a big ad for Prime. You have a whole bunch of Prime shows and all that stuff, which is fine because it's an Amazon product, but you know, there's a whole lot of stuff. It's kind of like on the Apple TV, you have a whole bunch of ads. Here on the top section, on the Learn More section, there's little trailers of shows and movies. And then you can go up here into your section, you can go search, and then you have your search section into your Fire Stick, and then you have live, so whatever your live programming is. So let's give it a shot. Let's see what's on global news. So this is pretty cool because you have access to all of this live. I'm gonna go ahead and exit from this. It's pretty similar to what you have on the Apple TV with your apps of your live streams. Let's go back here in the section on top. You have your videos. So assuming that you have movies that you've gotten on a certain platform, you can watch them here. Right now it's all Prime. Movies, so again, all Prime options. TV shows, all Prime again, and then your apps. So these are all your apps, and then you actually have the YouTube and you actually have the Apple TV app. So that's pretty cool. So you can cross-platform. You don't need to lose on the Apple TV apps because you don't have an Apple TV. So the Apple TV app is basically a streaming platform, kind of like Netflix with their own shows. They have like a handful of shows right now. And last device I bought from Apple, I actually got a year free of subscription. Haven't used it yet, but it's there. And let's explore the settings real quick. You can change your network here, your display and sound, applications, equipment control, Bluetooth devices, Alexa, preferences, My Fire TV, accessibility, help, and my account. So there's a whole lot of settings. We're gonna go through a few of them. One of them being the display and sound. Let's see how far I can change things. So the display, the video resolution. So I can change it to 1080p 60 Hertz, 1080p 50 Hertz, or 720 and lower. I'm gonna stick it to 1080 60 Hertz because this TV does have that output capability. I could set the limits of the TV. Right now it's perfectly set, so I'm going to leave it as is, but you can calibrate that based on your TV size. I noticed though, just on the home screen, the apps, the edges, they're not perfect. Everything looks a little dull, as if you were on the lowest resolution. So then into the audio capabilities, navigation audio, Dolby output, So you can choose where your output is going. You can check navigation sound, so the little beep that it does every time it goes around. I'm gonna turn that off because I truly hate that. So you can actually enter into display mirroring mode, and that allows you to use this device as like a mirror cast, and you can actually cast anything from your phone, computer, and whatnot straight into this device as long as they're connected on the same Wi-Fi network. So that allows you to stream, let's say, a screen or a video that you'd want to watch that you have on your computer or your phone straight onto the Fire Stick on your TV. Then equipment control. So equipment control allows you to control the equipment that are connected to your Fire Stick, for example, in this case, the TV. So when I turn on the Fire Stick, I would in theory be able to turn on the TV. This is set to automatic. I'll leave it that way, but you can also turn it off if you don't want this. Manage equipment, in this case, the receiver, the TV, and whatnot. These should turn on if I turn on the Fire Stick. The controller device, I can set a game controller and I can add that to play a specific game or a specific app that I'd want to use it with. This is pretty cool, given that you have a Bluetooth, if you have a Bluetooth controller. So let's test out Alexa. Alexa, open Disney Plus.
Here's Disney Plus.
Okay, so it worked, but the response time was pretty slow and her voice was severely creepy. But basically all I did is I pressed the little microphone button and I talked, and Alexa understood what I asked her as a command. But let's try a few other features. By using the remote keys here for the volume, I'm able to change the volume of my soundbar, so that works fine without affecting the volume of the TV, so that's good. Then you also have the power button. So let's turn off the TV and the Fire Stick and see if that turns off both devices, and then let's turn it back on and see if it turns on both devices. So it turned off the Fire Stick, and let's see if it turned off the TV. It did. And now let's try and turn them back on. So one thing that's also a bit annoying is that, let's say your internet does have an issue. Well, it won't even allow you to go to the home screen. You cannot use this device without internet. Right now, home is currently unavailable because my internet connection is not working. So this device is completely useless without an internet connection. What do I like and what do I dislike about the Fire TV Stick? Well, for one, the device is small, it's compact, and it's easy to use, and the price point is incredible. I think we paid $50, $40 Canadian for this, and the 4K version was like 70. It's a great price for what it is. It gives you access to basically all the same features, or at least all the main features that the Apple TV allows you to get, and it's run in a better way, as I've seen, than a smart TV, which sometimes can be out of date or not as fluid. This actually works very well. The remote is nice and easy to use. You have a bunch of features on the remote, and the volume control for the sound system is a key important factor for me, because if I'd have to have a separate remote for the TV, for the sound system, and for the Fire Stick, it'd be very annoying to manage it all. Right now I can turn it on, off, and change the volume with just one remote, so I basically never need to use my other remotes, which is key. The one thing I dislike, well, this I felt like the quality wasn't as sharp, but again, it could just be a question of using the 1080 versus, let's say, a 4K device. One thing they can improve on as well would be the interface. I think the home screen was a bit cluttered, crowded. There was a lot of things going on, as opposed to having something simple, just your apps. They say keep it simple, stupid. Keep it simple. It's key, and it could make the whole interface a lot cleaner and nicer. But except for that, it's a great device if you're not willing to spend money and get the Apple TV. This could be a very nice option. Obviously, if you're using all the Apple devices, you're losing on the AirPlay capabilities. But except for that, hey, you're getting great quality for the price. So definitely recommend it if that's one thing that you are looking for. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a big old thumbs up. Leave me a comment in the section below. And hey, I'll see you next time. Peace!